I'm Melanie.
And I'm Emily.
And this is Channel 6 Action News EMC. This is breaking news.
We've just been informed that there have been shootings on King Street in Boston between the Redcoats and the Colonists. The Colonists were throwing rocks and snowballs and started verbally attacking one of the British groups of soldiers. And it is reported that he fired a shot at one of the Colonists. We have been notified that there have been fatalities on site. Now we go to Christy for more coverage on this fatal event.
Thank you, Emily. I'm here at the site of the incident in front of the old State House. There have been a report of many injuries and 5 civilian deaths. The crowd has dispersed, but there are still many angry colonists out here to avenge their fallen friends. I'm here with Cole Colson. Cole, what actually happened?
Well, Christy, I was walking to the town store to get food for my family, and I heard a lot of noises behind me. When I looked behind me, I saw many colonists and British soldiers screaming and throwing snowballs and rocks at each other. All of a sudden, the British soldiers opened fire on the colonists, killing 5 of them and injuring a lot. From there, everybody went crazy and dispersed, and everything was crazy.
Thank you, Cole. Now back to the studio.
Thank you. Now to Christy with an exclusive interview with Paul Revere.
Thank you, Emily. I'm Christy. I'm here with Paul Revere, one of the colonists. Hi, Paul.
Hi.
You were there at the scene of the incident, correct?
Yes, I was.
Who started the fight?
The British clearly started it. Anyone who was there would have known that the colonists did not mean to startle the British, and they took it too seriously and fired at us.
How do you feel about this incident?
Me, along with all the other colonists, feel that it was taken way too far. The actions by the British soldiers were very cruel and unnecessary because we were unharmed. We didn't mean to hurt them.
Well, is it true that the colonists were trying to feather the tax collector?
Yes, because the colonists are very unhappy with the taxes from England, and they don't like the tax collectors.
So, did you make this picture?
Yes, I did.
Tell us about it.
Well, the British soldiers are shooting at the colonists, and there's like 3 of them dead, and it just shows how cruel and violent that their actions were.
How do you think the colonists should respond to this?
We should take charge. The British have been in control for too long, and it's becoming too forceful. We need to rebel.
Thank you, Paul. Now back to Emily.
Thank you, Christy. With all the chaos with the tragic shooting between the Redcoats and the Colonists, it's not clear who started the fight. We will get back to you as the trial takes place. Now to Melanie with a personal interview with one of the Redcoats.
I'm Melanie, interviewing John, one of the British soldiers that was there during the massacre. How are you, John?
Pretty good. A little shaken up, though.
Tell us about your side of the story.
Well, we were just trying to protect one of the tax collectors from the angry colonists, and we're only trying to do our job, but the colonists suddenly started throwing rocks and snowballs. We had no other way to control them, so we started to open fire.
Do you believe the way your response was violent?
I believe it was violent, but I wish we hadn't had to do that. But we were just trying to keep the peace. They started the violence when they were trying to feather the tax collector and throw rocks.
What is feathering?
Feathering is when the colonists try to cover the tax collector in hot tar and put feathers all over them.
Wouldn't you say that's quite violent?
Yes, it was. It was very violent.
But were you trying to protect him?
Yes, we were just doing our job.
Was it self-defense or no?
Yes, it was self-defense.
Thank you, John. Now back to the studio with Emily.
Thank you. Now to Melanie, who will be interviewing an expert on the subject.
Hi, I'm Melanie Bodney, and I'm here with Matt, an expert on the situation. How are you today, Matt?
I'm doing great.
That's great. Matt, are you aware of the events that have happened earlier today in front of the old State House?
Yes, I am.
Why do you think such a violent event took place?
Well, it seems to me that the colonists are really mad with the taxes, and they think it's unreasonable, and they're starting to rebel.
How do you think this event affects the colonies in Britain?
I believe that the colonists will continue to rebel, and the king will continue to tax them, which will only anger them more, and that could start a war.
That's not good. Were the Redcoats trying to help the tax collector?
They were trying to protect him because the colonists were trying to go after him.
They were
Feather him.
Were they trying to do self-defense though? Kind of.
Kind of.
Well, thank you, Matt. Now back to the studio.
So it seems as if the incident is controversial. Both of the colonists and the redcoats claim to be doing the right thing. The incident ended with the immediate death of 3 colonists. 8 were injured and 2 of those later died. It seems as though this is going to provoke many more uprisings and riots. I'm Cole Colson, and this has been a Channel 6 EMC Action News. Thank you.